And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Sacramento Kings. And looking at the Kings, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Hey, Shaq, I got an interesting stat for you.
Go ahead, Ernie.
James Harden, 59% of his points last year came from three-pointers and free throws. And, you know, you think that might be an unprecedented kind of thing, but he also did it the year before. What do you make about that?
So you're saying he was second in the league in free throws attempted per game?
Yeah.
And top 5 in three-pointers attempted?
Yeah.
I got a new name for this guy.
What might that be?
James the Filler Harden.
The Filler?
The Filler. F-I-L-L-E-R.
Because of what? Because he's
filling it up, Ernie? Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know about
did you go to? Jeez.
I don't know about you, but that nickname will not catch on. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Let's meet your Houston Rockets. At the power forward position, at 6'9", number 6, Terrence Jones. At guard, number 2, Patrick Beverly. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 1, Trevor Ariza. The big man, standing 6'11", number 12, Dwight Howard. And starting at guard, number 13, James Harden. Kevin McHale is the head coach for your home team.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup, and today's game is the Kings coming to town for this one. Home court advantage goes to the Rockets playing here in Houston. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to Houston. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Sacramento. Up front, it's Thompson and Cousins. McLemore is out there with Collison. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Well, another season and largely the same results for the Sacramento Kings, Steve. Well outside the playoff picture in the West again.
Well, there was hope that with new coach Mike Malone, the team would make strides defensively. I think they did, but statistically they remained among the worst teams in the league. It takes time. You can't expect these changes to take effect right away.
Everly with the ball. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin McHale gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thanks, Doris. Beverly dishes to Ariza. And that's collected by Gay. Kings have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now here's Beverly. Harden kicks to Howard. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Remains Houston ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 12.
Here is Harden. Ariza outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Ariza's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
To the right side. Here's Cousins. Again, Sacramento.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he could really get rolling.
Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Well, it's been something that a lot of people anticipated in the NBA. They've been waiting for it to happen. And some teams have been fearing that it would happen. But last season, Cousins became the center that the Kings hoped he would be when they drafted him.
Here's Collison, following the basket by Dwight Howard. It's Gay with the drive, and that one's good. Gay's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know, I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
With Cousins, there always seems, Steve, to be some mental hurdles with him, as well as not being as efficient as you would have hoped to see. But as you said last season, you know, it kind of came together.
It did. I mean, the talent has always been there for him. Just remember how young he is, and so as he continues to grow and develop and mature, he's got a chance to be an elite center in this league. And I thought last year he took a big step forward.
Here's Collison. The Rockets making the shot. Gay passes to Collison. Back to Gay. Fires the 3. The shot no good. And it's Houston the other way. Ariza, right side. Pass to Beverly. 11 feet away. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Collison. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. McLemore dishes to Collison. Fires the 3. And he gets it to go. Collison's got his first 3 points of the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now, here is Harden, guarded by McLemore. Fader on the way. James Harden again. Harden's got 6 points.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
The screen from Thompson. Collison kicks to Thompson. He's got a clear path. Here's Beverly. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Houston making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones. For Trevor Ariza. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Carl Landry's checked in for Cousins. Williams comes in for Jason Thompson. Stauskas is checked in for McLemore. And it's McCallum in for Darren Collison. Now, here is Landry. Williams, a screen on Howard. Here's Stauskas. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
Harden hits them both.
The Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber, but I still think you've got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
Cannon, the pass to Adrian. 1:07 left in the first quarter. Stolen by Gay. Pass to Williams. Gay outside. Here's Landry. And good. You got the English that time as it falls. Boy, the Rockets came out smelling like a rose, didn't they? Bringing in Howard, but some luck along the way, too. You remember the Chris Paul Lakers trade that was vetoed? Steve, the Rockets would have gotten Pau Gasol in the deal.
And then not Dwight Howard, because they wouldn't have had the cap room to absorb him. So, you know, they're probably glad that in hindsight that deal fell through, because Dwight Howard, the younger and more talented player, when you think about his comparison to Gasol. Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Gay misses from close range.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Cannon dishes to Harden. He kicks to Adrian. Here's Cannon with 1 on the clock, and Houston again with the bucket.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Rockets on top, up by 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
You should think about it. Take a second. Matter of fact, you should take a full beat and even for the little skateboard beat. Drop it like it's on. Drop it like it's on. Drop it like it's on. The kids try to get it. Park it like it's on. Park it like it's on. Park it like it's on. Get an attitude. Pop it like it's on. Pop it like it's on. Pop it like it's on. I got the money on my phone. I love doing that because I got it going on.
Sacramento with the ball. It's a 5-point game. We've got Cannon. Jones is out there with Jeff Adrian. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Daniels in its shooting guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists. Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension, and he rewarded them with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
On the basket by Jones. Here's McCallum. He dishes it to Cousins. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. 6 on the shot clock. And McCallum kicks to Ellington. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Houston in the lead. Here's Kanan. There's a good screen. And the pass to Jones. Kicks to Cannon. Free throw line jump shot. And he gets the bucket. Cannon's got his second basket of the night.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Guys, as we know, Dwight Howard used to covet the big market. His friend Josh Smith had said he's addicted to being global. And Howard even admitted people were in my ear about being in a bigger place and bringing more dollars in. Nowadays, it's not about where you play. Unfortunately, I had to learn that lesson in front of the whole world. Kevin?
His image took a hit, Doris, but he's learned from it, obviously. Thanks. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, the Rockets were so deadly, Steve, in this building, and a lot of that was because of how fast they would get things going.
Yeah, they would often blitz opponents out of the gate and just manage the lead after the first quarter.
Houston making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Daniels, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Cannon. Sacramento also making some changes. Jason Thompson, he's checked in for Landry. McLemore has come in for Derek Williams, and it's Collison in for McCallum. Now here's Beverly. The tray. The shot is off. The Kings trailing. Outside Collison. He feeds it to Cousins. And here is Ellington. From deep, McLemore. Another three for Sacramento.
You know, as you were saying, the Rockets were great here. Their fast starts here at the Toyota Center helped them win 33 games at home last season.
Now here's Beverly. Johnson, a wide open look. Hits the target from 18 feet. And the Rockets lead by 1. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Outside Collison. Now here's Ellington. Defense right on him. Johnson attacking. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
Well, for the Rockets, they're just so tough to beat at home because they're explosive offensively, and they've got a great crowd. So once they get the lead in their home building, they are tough to catch.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And since the new ownership group took over, the Kings have been one of the most proactive teams in the league, looking for trades and trying to reshape the roster.
Well, they're looking to make moves to climb out of the cellar in the Western Conference. Highly motivated and really looking to shake things up. They traded for upside, acquiring Derek Williams and Rudy Gay, adding some athleticism and scoring ability in those two guys.
And the Rockets making a change here. Howard's checked in. Cousins with a screen for Collison. Out to the wing. Cousins against Howard. Cousins, the pass to Collison. Gay outside. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 3 assists tonight. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the second quarter so far. Now Beverly. Johnson at the elbow. Beverly with the ball. Shot clock at 5 and stolen by Gay. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball. Thompson dishes to McLemore. Knocks down the 3-ball. McLemore's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Kings.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, then they'll run away with this one.
Now here's Beverly. Stolen by Collison. Gay with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Gay kicks to McLemore. Gay against Ariza. Cousins with a screen on Ariza. 6 to shoot. Here's Gay. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
Sometimes all it takes is just a little change of scenery, and while that wasn't the case for Rudy Gay going from Memphis to Toronto, it was true as he was sent from the Raptors to the Kings this past season, where he played really well.
And while you might worry when a player changes teams midseason 2 years in a row like Rudy Gay, there may be some problems. But Gay was phenomenal for the Kings after the trade. In fact, he looked rejuvenated.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen. A change of scenery, Kevin, can ignite and energize a player, and it certainly made Rudy Gay more efficient.
James Harden, he's checked in for Johnson. And a change for Sacramento. Stauskas is checked in, and so Gay nails both of them.
Rudy Gay is listed at 6'8", but he has a 7'3" wingspan and tremendous athleticism. That really helps him defensively, both on the perimeter and inside, where he contributes on the glass and blocking shots.
Here's Howard. Another miss by Houston. Kings leading now by 4. Passes it to Stauskas. The dish to Collison. Stauskas with the bucket.
Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
Now here's Beverly. Jones with the screen on Gay. Harden has a wide open look. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Lets it fly. Misses the chippy right there.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Kings lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Boy, what a great game for Gay. 9 points, a couple of nice steals, too. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well.
Kings leading now by 6. On the floor for Sacramento. Up front it's Thompson and Cousins. Collison is out there with McLemore. And it's Gay, and it's the 3 spot. So it's the Rockets now. Here's Beverly. Jones sets the pick for Harden. Feeds to Beverly. It's Ariza on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. And here's Collison. Gay outside. In the corner, it's McLemore. Gay outside. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Sacramento lead.
and he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. And here's Collison after Trevor Ariza just hit the 3. Collison kicks to Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. 13 points for Rudy Gay.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Man, the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Now Beverly. Howard setting the pick for Harden. Not that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Howard.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contenders to potential title contenders. Big exciting time, and certainly in score in Houston.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The feed now to Collison. This is to McLemore. Back to Collison. Here's Thompson. Excellent feed that time from Jones.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. So talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent, I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brick. Doris, over to you.
Guys, Kings head coach Mike Malone, a demanding, defensive-minded coach. Some might fear that he'd rub his team the wrong way. But star big man DeMarcus Cousins loves his approach, saying he's done an incredible job of keeping us together, keeping us motivated. I'm with Malone until the end. He has my back, and I've got his. Good working situation, guys.
It's all about getting that buy-in from your best players. Thanks, Doris. And you think of the superstar 2 guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end. He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Beverly. Back to Harden. Just 4 to shoot. And Houston again with the bucket.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Sacramento leading by 5. Outside Collison. Gay outside. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 6 assists in the game. Now here's Beverly. He's covered by Collison. Pass to Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
The Kings have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Collison, the pass to Cousins. Cousins with a screen on Ariza. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones. For Trevor Ariza. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Stauskas. Here's McCallum. Shot clock at 6. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. And a missed layup. Here's Harden. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Rockets trail by 3.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Adrian dishes to Daniels. Here's Adrian. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The basket by Cannon.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Here's McCallum. Andrew with the screen.
Defensive foul. Isaiah Cannon.
For Sacramento, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
They're a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Landry.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
It's Harden with the drive, and that one's good. Harden's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Stauskas, the shot misses. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Sacramento up 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. A beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
Rockets trail. Jeff Adrian is out there with Howard. Then it's Harden. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Daniels in at the 2. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Cannon. Back to Howard. To take the lead. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Stauskas. And Thompson kicks to Ellington. And there's the pass to Stauskas. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Cannon. That's good. Cannon's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about, Clark? That's going to be interesting.
And Sacramento has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Just 3 to shoot. Here's McCallum. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Cannon. Screen by Howard. Cannon, the pass to Harden. He kicks it to Howard. Baseline try. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple years back when Dwight signed with Houston. The photo included a lot of those former Rocket big men. And I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And the Rockets hiring Hakeem Olajuwon to work with Dwight on his moves. Between the Dream and Kevin McHale, that's a wealth of post-scoring expertise for Howard to draw upon. But again, those two guys did it at a Hall of Fame level. Dwight has that potential, but will he put in the work necessary to grow into that type of low-post score?
Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Kicks to Harden. Screen by Howard. It's Harden with the drive. Ariza has the open look. And another three for Houston.
And Kevin McHale has worked with Dwight on trying to stay low and exploit his quickness advantage, beat his defender to the spot, and then power through for the finish.
Now here's Collison. And Thompson kicks to Gay. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. He dishes it to Thompson. Good work defensively by Jones.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Now, here is Harden. Back to Ariza. 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Cousins, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Ariza, right side. Jones dishes to Beverly. He feeds it to Ariza. Here's Harden. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, he's seen enough of this interior scoring that his defense is giving up. So the message during this timeout is time to lock things up inside.
You know, sometimes a group can just get spaced out on defense. They're not connected and playing 5 as 1. And usually a timeout can help you refocus and recalibrate that defense.
Now here's Collison. Passes it to Cousins. There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter. Collison inside, defended by Beverly. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Darren Collison. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 15-6 run. Beverly the pass to Harden. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Houston moving the ball around, and that one's good. Jones has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Rockets.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
McLemore dishes to Cousins. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Rockets leading by 8. Beverly with the ball. Harden draws the double. Jones kicks to Beverly. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. It's Gay with the drive. Took him no time at all on that one.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Now, here is Harden. Howard, the pass to Beverly. Down low, shoots from 14, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they've played.
The dish now to Howard. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jones kicks to Ariza. Feeds to Howard. There's the killer two-handed slam.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 10. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, they can call timeouts all they want, but it's not going to do a whole lot of good at this point.
Yeah, this one's about done. The writing's on the wall. There's nothing they can do to change this one.
8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams for 3. Good on the shot. Here's Kanan. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with the victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.